I'm Ross Miller.
I'm Josh Topolsky.
And we are exhausted. I'm Josh Topolsky.
I'm actually Ross Miller.
And we actually are exhausted.
This has been a long week.
I mean, we completely boned the intro. We're very tired.
Yeah.
It's the end of a long, crazy haul. We're almost at the final day here at CES.
There is today and tomorrow on the show floor, but really we've gotten a lot done.
We've gotten a lot done. We've seen a lot. There's still more to come. We actually have some really interesting stuff going up today. But it has been a
whirlwind week.
It's been a whirlwind. And, there are a lot of sick people, a lot of tired people.
We've lost a few good men.
We've lost
women.
Several good men and women, I'm pretty burnt.
Yeah, there is so much stuff, and
it's just Thursday, by the way.
It is just Thursday, but I'm pretty sure we've been 6 to 12 days doing this now.
Yes, seriously.
Like, there's so much stuff on the show floor, and we've barely been able to keep track. And Josh, look, I know you're editor-in-chief of the site. You see everything we cover and everything that goes on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been. Yes, that's. I try to keep track of everything, but we've published a lot.
Right.
A lot of news.
And I challenge you now, with this new segment that we like to call.
Live from the parking lot of the Las Vegas Convention Center at CES 2014, it's Name That Product!
Hello, and welcome to Name That Product, our brand new game show for today and today only. This is the game show where we ask you, just what the heck is that thing? Each contestant will have 30 seconds or less to figure out just what this product does. Now, we got 4 gadgets tonight we want to show off, and we have our first and really our only contestant tonight. He is an editor-in-chief for theverge.com, Joshua Topolsky. Josh, how are you doing?
I guess I'm great. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on here, but
terrific. Are you ready to play?
No, but I guess I'm going to have to. So I accept whatever challenge it is that you have for me.
Great. That's wonderful. Josh, here's your first product.
Okay. This is for doctors. This is a device for doctors to be able to see inside, just underneath the skin. This is for nurses and medical technicians when they have to give a shot to someone. They use this to see. Is that correct?
That is correct, actually.
Really? Oh, it's amazing.
Wow, that is the Avena vein glasses.
I've never seen that before.
Yep, the Avena vein glasses see through the skin.
Okay.
It's crazy stuff.
Very interesting.
I just
want to point out how incredible my understanding of technology is. That I was able to just know what that was just by looking at it.
Don't sell yourself just yet. We've got 3 more of these.
By the way, is there a reason why it looks like I'm sitting in a sex dungeon of some type?
Terrific.
Should this TV be on back here?
Here's product number 2.
Okay. This is you insert this into the rectum, and it tells you it's another medical device. It's inserted into the rectum, and it tells you what your pulse is. You wear it on your head. It goes on your head. It's a device that tells you how hard you're being punched.
I'm so sorry. That was actually the Reebok check light. It goes into athletes' helmets and checks the impact.
No, it doesn't go to the rectum. Is that what you're telling me?
Not the rectum.
Okay, interesting. Because I was pretty sure that's a rectum.
All right, so
item.
You're all right. You've got 1 out of 2.
Okay.
Here's your third product.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is a paper airplane. This is a paper airplane with a propeller on the back of it. I'm just describing what I'm seeing right now. Okay, this is some new paper drone that has an app that you control using an iPhone. You can make your own paper airplane, and then you put this little clip on the back of it or something, and then. I think it's close up. It's a Bluetooth-powered paper airplane. Okay.
That's perfect. That's great.
I don't feel like I'm being greatly challenged here. I'll be honest with you. This is. It's actually.
You clip it on the paper airplane and you can control it.
I don't mind telling you, but I'm a technology expert.
I think we might have. Underestimated you.
I'm owning you so hard right now. It's not even funny.
All right. Well, let's see.
Dude, how does it feel to be owned this hard?
It feels like every day.
2 out of 3, my man.
Just like The Office.
And as Meatloaf said, that ain't bad.
All right, this is it. This is for pure domination, Josh.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Do I win something? Oh, wait, hold on. Well, that's a circuit board, and those are hands. It's a hand. It's a person's hand. This is a it's a breathalyzer. This is a open source breathalyzer that anybody can. It's got an open API. Oh no, it's a vape. This is a vaping product. Open source vaping, digital vapor is what this product is.
All right. You know what? That's close enough. I think we're gonna get. It's a biometric vaporizer, and what it does is.
Yeah, I called that.
Yes. Basically doesn't let kids do it. It basically locks your fingerprint in.
I don't think it could be. I don't think my dominance in the technology space can be challenged at this point.
I think when we came to this game show, we thought.
It's really.
I thought you had a little bit less sleep. So.
No, I'm high on NyQuil right now. I mean, I'm not.
Clearly bowed down to the king.
Maybe I need to be on
Topolsky.
NyQuil more often. Maybe that's the key here. Is this the end of the show?
So that is it for Name
show?
That Product. And look, in all seriousness, we've had a lot of crazy gadgets out there, but the one that we think the last couple of years really does change how we perceive the industry has been the Oculus Rift. Virtual reality headset has impressed a lot of people. They're back this year with a brand new version. And for fun, we thought we'd let the entire staff just kind of try it out. And of course, we filmed the reactions. Take a look.
Oh boy. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! What the hell?
Oh, this is. I have to say, this is. I'm not able to do words right now.
Holy crap! Wait. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
So I want you to hold still for 1 second while I tell you. Look straight forward. Now you can Oculus face all you want. Look up. In front of you.
This is not good. I'm totally hungover and that's not gonna.
This is stupid.
This is like Hanukkah. I'm sorry I'm so giggly. It's just, whoa. This is like being hugged by a video game.
These guys are really cool. Got big bellies.
Ooh. Could you put them together?
I really want to pick these guys up, but I can't.
This is very disorienting because I can see my hand, and it's like, I want to kill it.
Ooh. Squashing guys.
Wait, so how do I kill this thing?
Okay, I killed someone. You guys saw that, right?
Okay, I just want to kill things. Is anyone dead yet? Oh, he's dead.
I can shoot them. Oh, I got one. I got that guy.
Dude. Oh, that's a table. Oh! Okay, there's a table there. This is amazing, and I never want to take it off. I mean, I'm not going to take it off.
Oh, I don't want to leave.
This is the best thing. No.
I feel amazing right now. I really don't want you to take this off of me.
Welcome back to Vegas.
Yeah, I hear this.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Pretty incredible.
Can I just say, I'm really jealous that I didn't get to do the Oculus Rift this year.
Yeah, you were too busy. Oh wait, there's a jet landed in the parking lot. Please excuse us.
You're just naming products left and right.
I mean,
you really think you just start pointing things out.
This is a Airbus 320 actually, outfitted with the dual hydraulic cylinder boost, and that's not a thing. I made that up.
Nope.
That's a made-up product. Well, I think the 320 is an actual plane. No, but really interested to see reactions. I actually, when we brought the new version in, first off, I had already experienced it obviously a bunch of times, so I wasn't expecting to have much of a reaction. And a bunch of there were a few people here who never used it before, but several people had used it, and so I thought, well, we'll see what the reactions are. And there definitely was I was actually kind of blown away because of the detail. Some of the stuff they've done, the latency stuff they've addressed, the resolution. It's still not, you still see some of the pixels, but it's much higher resolution than the last version. And the positioning tracking.
Right.
And
but now it requires a separate camera too, right? To
it has an external camera that kind of senses your that's what those white dots are. They are communicating information to that sensor. But I was actually really impressed. I thought that it wouldn't be that big of a jump, and it was a big jump. And a lot of people here, what was interesting is that the reaction was not this like raw surprise of having never done it before, but it was like they were so immersed in it. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of people who came out and they're like, I don't want to be out here and I don't want to go, I want to go back in. And also there's a part of the demo where you see stuff flying around where people are like dodging it.
Right.
And I think that because of the changes in latency and the resolution, that feels so much more visceral than the previous stuff did.
Right, and I'm curious like how diminished the motion blur is too. And like we have people on staff who do suffer from like motion sickness and stuff. We didn't get them to try it, unfortunately. I really would have loved to see the reaction, especially if it went bad.
I mean, the latency is greatly reduced, which helps with that. There was very little blurring to my eyes.
Right.
And what's interesting is that the game that we were playing was a stationary game. It was essentially like a tower defense game.
Right.
And I think that, and I spoke to the Oculus guys, and they really wanted to show off the Rift as a device that you can use for gaming that isn't just FPS. Because there's a certain segment, in fact, the CEO, Brendan, told me, there's a certain segment of people that are just, they're always going to feel some bit of motion sickness no matter what, playing a really fast-moving game like a first-person shooter. And so I think they're now trying to get to this point where they're showing, hey, look, there's a bunch of different things you can do with the Oculus Rift. It isn't just about like you're playing Quake. Right. Although, Quake would be great in the Oculus Rift. I think they want to show.
Not to mention with the new Virtuix too, where like you can just run in place.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. That's something that we put up a report about this yesterday. Ellis Hamburger went to try out this device. We checked out last year, which was in much rougher shape.
It was. I think it was using a Kinect sensor.
Yeah, it's the Virtuix Omni.
Yes.
And they are pairing it with the dev set of the Oculus, the current Oculus Rift, which is much more latent and lower resolution.
Right.
And doesn't have the position tracking. And but now they're getting ready to ship this thing, and it actually looks a lot better. Though Ellis said that he was extremely nauseous on it.
Sure. And like if you watch the video, you could just see him like running in place. It's a little bit kind of like disoriented in a second.
Yeah.
I do think it's definitely looks like a better experience than it was last time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the new headset would probably help. But now we're getting to the point where like, I remember when I was growing up in the 90s, like there was a Blockbuster arcade where I was living.
Yeah.
And like they had the big virtual reality machines. This was a big deal for when I was growing up. And it was just, to me, it was super impressive, but like it was definitely something like you walked away just wanting to like throw up.
Yeah. So that's something we did yesterday. We should talk a little bit about T-Mobile had their press event yesterday.
Which, by the way, we should issue
a statement here. We've been pronouncing the CEO of T-Mobile's name as John Legere.
Yes.
It's apparently John Ledger.
Ledger, yes.
Which sounds frighteningly similar to John Legend.
Right.
And both of them are at CES, so it's a little confusing.
Right.
But one is an insane maniac CEO, and the other is John Legend, so it's pretty easy to tell them apart.
Usually.
Yeah. But John, I can't say it.
Leisure.
John Leisure, which also sounds like leisure.
Yes.
John Leisure, or Ledger, got on stage yesterday to announce that T-Mobile was going to pay for your ETF, your early termination fee. Mm-hmm. If you're on AT&T right now, he will give you $350 to leave, or whatever your ETF fee is, to come over to T-Mobile.
Right. And this is also per line. So if you have a family account,
they'll do it for up to 5 people on a family plan.
Right.
Which is pretty crazy, but you have to turn your device into them. So they're going to take that device and refurbish it and resell it.
Make it fully committed.
Right, exactly. But what's interesting about what they announced yesterday, which was really the only big announcement yesterday.
It really was. But I mean, it's toward the end of the show.
Right. I mean, we're almost done with the show. But what's the interesting thing is, they don't really talk about how they're building out their network. Dan Seifert, who was actually at the show, got up and asked him a question about the network. He was like, what are you doing about your network being so bad? And I think, Nilay was like going crazy about this on the Verge cast last night. But I do think what's interesting about the T-Mobile stuff is that I think they have some really good ideas and it seems very exciting, but they do have network issues. Like T-Mobile stinks in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they're not talking about how they're going to address that part of the process, which I think is really important.
And not to echo too much what Neil was saying yesterday, but it is a chicken and egg problem. They need customers and money to make more antennas to get more customers and money.
Right.
And then to do this, they just needed some catalyst to like get out. And the catalyst, of course, was these uncarrier plans, was the brashness of the
Right.
This attitude, which isn't just John Ledger anymore. It's also what's his name? I think Neville, his CTO.
Yeah, Neville.
What's his?
I like his wardrobe here. He's just like, guys, I'm gonna wear the pink T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like you guys are gonna wear. I mean, he's got like this chain on.
When was the last time he wore a dress
I guess
shirt?
his dude's wearing a T-shirt too. Like, it's a very casual look for the T-Mobile guys. They want you to know they're down to earth, regular bros. You can have a beer with them. It's no big deal. Nilay has this theory that this is all a put on. That a year ago he was this executive in a
corporate
corporate
suit and some short
corporate
hair.
raider in in a suit with a short haircut, and he let his hair grow out and became the John Ledger that we know and love.
And the tough thing is whether or not he is, if you're going to be cynical about it or you're going to be hopeful, but the end result's still somewhat the same.
Yeah.
It's still a more compelling plan.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
The brashness is
if you're in a
people.
great coverage area and you never travel, slam dunk.
Right.
So I haven't asked you this. And I'd like to know, what have you seen at the show? What's the most interesting, exciting thing you've seen at the show, and what's the lamest thing you've seen?
All right. Well, actually, to be perfectly honest, I haven't been on the show floor yet.
Yeah.
So
the Verge.com.
I've seen the Verge.com a little bit.
Of the show.
Had I done the game, I'd been screwed.
You would have blown it
screwed.
because I'm owning everybody in my knowledge of technology.
I think the lamest thing is more of a category idea. It's just it's smartphones in general, because it's so ubiquitous, so same-see. And it's not that it's bad, it was just boring to me.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for some more. But the most impressive thing was this idea. And it was Kaz Hirai's keynote, and it was the very end. We started talking about live stream UX, and then he got to that speech about what Sony wants to represent. No more commodity, we're here for the high end, we're here for aspirational. I thought that was just a beautiful moment for Sony getting back on track.
Yeah.
And let me say, when the first CES I came here was one of the Howard Stringer keynotes where he brought Dr. Oz out. He showed
classic,
very classic things.
Yeah.
I think Kelly Clarkson played one year.
That was peak CES. Let's just throw a celebrity on stage.
And I used to love that stuff because it was just spectacle. But now I'm really loving the Sony stuff because they're actually trying to get back on track.
Yeah.
And you're using the Xperia phone. I've got to say, I'm a little jealous about that.
I have to say, I really have. I was thinking about this last night. It's funny because I went to a meeting with Kaz, and there were a couple of other journalists there. I was the only person with a Sony phone, which I think is interesting. But I think if they put the marketing in for this, I think this actually could be a really successful product. I think it's. Unfortunately, their only carrier right now for it is T-Mobile. But I actually think Sony's capable of making good products. And this phone, while it does have some bloatware on it, some stuff that I don't like, which you can pretty much disable all of it, it's really good.
Right.
And it's well made, and it's got a great camera. There's some issues with the screen, but they're not deal breakers in any way.
Right.
But Sony is capable of making amazing stuff. I think whether you think the games are good for it, the PS4 is clearly a successful console.
It's actually, and I'm very surprised it's more successful than
more
Xbox
successful
One.
than Xbox One, even though
large margin.
Even though I would, if you gun to my head, which one would you get? I would get the Xbox One because
Yes.
I think it's more of a cohesive solution.
And I did
but what,
too. I
but
actually
what,
did.
but what Kaz Hirai was describing and what he talked to me about, this idea of the cloud TV service and PlayStation Now and things like that, they really are talking about creating this sort of completely connected entertainment experience,
Right.
which I think everybody talks about, but I think Sony could actually do based on the lessons they've learned over the last 10 years of what not to do.
And what was so impressive, so obviously Sony had two press conferences. One was the very boring, here's our new phones, here's our new cameras, whatever. That was a very disappointing press conference. But the Kaz Hirai thing was look, we think projectors in the home, high screen images, you can change what your wall looks like. And that's crazy stuff. And then he goes, oh, by the way, that is real, and we are going to bet money and release it.
Yeah, they definitely got. He definitely got the message right, which is Sony needs to be a leader. We need to try crazy things. We need to innovate and not just copy what everybody else is doing. And I do think, for most companies, that should be a lesson, right? It's the more Android, for example, got different from what the iPhone was doing, the less it became a grid of icons and just trying to ape what the iPhone was doing, the better it became as an operating system. I think Matias Duarte had a lot to do with that, with sort of pushing the design forward. And I think you see Google owning its own sort of design concepts and its own path, and that's how they've sort of grown into the company they are right now. I think Sony for a long time just sort of languished, so sort of didn't really know what it wanted to be or who it was, and now they're like, oh, we're Sony. We invent amazing things. And I hope they actually end up doing some amazing things because of that mindset. I agree with you. That was a really cool.
Right.
That was a really cool moment. I have to say, I think this show was, last year the talk was before the show. Everybody was like, "Man, it's gonna be a terrible show. CES is over. Why does it matter?"
Right.
And it was a really exciting show. This year, I think, proves I wrote an editorial the last day of the year.
This
I wrote
is
an
the
editorial,
Age of the Upgrade.
The
right?
Age of the Upgrade, which was about our awareness of technology and how it's become a really normal part of our lives and how we expect things to be upgraded. You expect a phone to get a bigger screen or a better camera. You expect your TV there's going to be a new TV next year with smart TV functions or whatever. And I think that my point of the editorial was what interests me, and I think what is increasingly interesting to most people, is not the, hey, my phone got an upgrade. It's like, they release new stoves all the time, but you're not like, oh man, what are the stoves doing this year?
Right.
Because they've become like a product that we're familiar with and we're used to. And my point was, innovation doesn't happen on product release cycles. And this CES is a great example of innovation not happening on a product release cycle. Pebble, they introduced a new smartwatch. Last year we were really excited because they had this Kickstarter project that became a real watch that you could buy. And it was really cool that it never been done before. This year they have version 2, which is nicer looking, and it comes in a couple of different styles, but it's really the same watch, right? And they're just making iterative changes to it.
But it's also like it's the same watch in a functional standpoint, but we're talking about form and
the
fashion,
form has improved, but that's the incremental stuff.
Right.
But then you see like, hey, we're doing curved TVs this year, or everybody's got their fitness band because that's become a thing. That is incremental. That's not the kind of innovation that you want to see. But you can't do that crazy innovation every year. You can't have a new Oculus Rift every year. No. And so I think we are in this period where there's going to be a little bit of a push and pull. We're going to go through periods where your smartphone isn't going to get dramatically better. It's going to get a little bit better. But on the flip side, we're going to have things like the Model S and bullet trains and doing infrastructure and energy initiatives and things that are like really big. I think that that to me is reflected really well this year because everything here feels really small to me. All of the innovation, all of the announcements feels like totally incremental, totally small, totally not, I would not say inconsequential, just not deeply meaningful. And that's like my takeaway from the show. Basically, I'm just like on a complete rant now.
No, this is.
You're just sitting here. I'm just like ranting.
Look, I'm tired.
And I just feel like we're both really burnt. We've done a million shows while we've been here, and I think we have to wrap up because we're probably reaching our 25-minute.
We're a little over.
Are we over it?
Yeah, we're doing well.
Well, we did start 10 minutes late though.
Still,
so I have
still.
exactly 25 minutes according to my clock. At any rate, I think we probably need to wrap up. But so today we've got a lot more news that's going to happen. We've got some really interesting reports going up today and tomorrow. Some in-depth reporting on what's happening here at the show. Some stuff that you really haven't seen yet and maybe haven't thought about. And then tonight we've got Verge Mobile Show, Vergecast. I'm going to sneeze because I'm very sick.
The Vergecast After Hours, which will be the last one of CES. Unfortunately, we are shutting down the studio.
Yeah, so after Thursday night, tomorrow on Friday, it's the kind of studio breakdown. So Thursday, today will be our final shows from here, from CES. And, it's a little bittersweet, but also I'm extremely tired, and so I'm very happy to not do any more shows from CES.
We come to CES every year going, I can't believe we're doing this. I'm so angry. We come here, we fall in love with it. Yeah. We're so happy. By Friday, like, this is great. And then we go back to 11 months of dreading.
Yeah. I don't know. I think by the end of CES, I'm like, I don't ever want to do this again. By whatever, let's see, it'll be day 6 for me or something tomorrow.
Okay.
6 days of CES is of doing all the planning and all the work and
all the dryness of Las Vegas.
All the dryness, like so much blood coming out of my nose, it's out of control. And not from the Coke abuse. So, okay, I think that's a great way to end.
Lovely note,
So that's first. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate the fact that people have tuned in, like lots of people. We've had a huge audience this year, and that's awesome. And there's a lot more stuff to come today, so stick around. Ross, it's been a real pleasure.
Josh, it was nice knowing you.
And that's our show.
Bye.
See you guys later.